is about to be warped, twisted, and blown. Pass this portal and enter the Freethought Zone.
It's a new look for a new show. It's Mark Mythos in the Freethought Zone. Rocking the rational world out there, and what's left of your rational mind. Boldly going where no bleeding heart liberal has ever gone before. And there I am on Ustream.tv, on FreeThoughtRadio.com, MarkMythos.com, and soon to be up on YouTube on the Mark Mythos channel. Now that's cool. We got a new sound going down here today. We're going to be talking about a find in Tel Aviv that kind of pushes the date of humankind back about 8,000 years. And that ain't easy to do. The issue of theodicy on the show today, the top 5 natural disasters in the last decade. And hopefully we'll get to Apollonius of Tyana. Was he the real Jesus? Yes, indeed. It's Mark Mythos, and if you're watching this up on YouTube, guess what? I'm also up on Facebook. And there you go. There's the logo for that. Speaking of logos, you might not have seen that one, but there's another one. See what you're missing by not watching the show on Ustream.tv? All right, my email address is markmythos@yahoo.com. Hey, great to have you here. Check out my Facebook account as well, why don't you? Yep, indeed. Another Valentine's Day has come and gone. And Mark Mythos here. Nice to have you along. How do you like that new music, huh? Isn't that pretty doggone good? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not complaining.
Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch.
What? Okay, don't make me come out there and slap you. Hey, good to have you here. And again, I hate to selflessly promote this show, but markmythos.com is my website. Of course, at freethoughtradio.com, ustream.tv, and ta-da, hopefully up at YouTube here in the not-too-distant future. Couple 3 topics coming up on the show today. We're going to recover the issue of theodicy and the problem of evil. And it is a huge problem for this concept of God that most Christians seem to have in this day and age. How do you sort of justify an all-loving, all-benevolent, and all-knowing God, and a God who is omnipresent as well, with evil that exists in the world as we know it? We'll look at a new prehistoric sort of find in Tel Aviv that is dated. Of course, you know, Christians will say, well, the dating methodologies are all screwed up. Well, they're so consistent, it's beside the point. That dates back about 8,000 years. We are going to do all that and more right after this.
It's time for really dumb news.
And in that particular department, the opening of the 2010 Winter Olympic Games on Friday was the most watched TV show in Canadian history. Total of 17.3 million more than the 50 million for the 06 Games from Italy, and almost 6 million more than the people who watched the start of the Lillehammer Games in 1994 on CBS. 4.3 million behind the total for the 2002 Winter Olympics. And it narrowly beat out the 32nd annual Canadian Maple Syrup Awards back in 1987. Take off, hoser. Hey, one of Osama bin Laden's sons, Omar, gave an interview to ABC News and warned the next al-Qaeda leader will be even worse than his father, claiming that his father was the most kind of the jihadist terrorists he'd known. Omar expressed difficulty in coming to terms with strained disapproval. Asked if there was anything Osama likes about the United States, he said, oh yeah, the weapons. While the Pentagon believes his other son, Osama W. bin Laden, is the next in line. And he's worse than his dad. Where have we seen that before? Hey, Walter Frederick Morrison, the man who invented the Frisbee, died last week at the age of 90. He claimed the original idea for a flying disc toy came to him back in 1937 while throwing a popcorn can lid with his girlfriend. They They soon discovered that cake pans flew better and were more common. He and Lou developed a little business called Flying Cake Pans on the beaches of Santa Monica, California. And a funeral was held the other day at a nearby park where his ashes were scattered and quickly caught by his dog. That is one talented pooch. Hey, it's good to have you here. I mean, it's really good to have you here. Hey, I got a news flash for you out there. Do you like music? Do you like people like Olivia Newton-John? I'm sort of a fan of hip-hop these days, believe it or not. I think it's got a lot of potential. It's definitely an increase and a betterment of rap. But Olivia Newton-John, or Olivia Newton-John as we used to call her 80s song, Physical, has been named the sexiest song of all times. According to Billboard magazine, the least sexy song of all is anything that has Susan Boyle singing while you watch the video. Let's get the latest coming up in the news. Hello, news guys. I'm cueing you.
Coming up in the news. According to a new poll by Billboard magazine, the sexiest song of all time is Olivia Newton-John's Physical. And according to Billboard's poll of the least sexy songs of all time, Michael Jackson comes in at number 3 with Ben, a tender ballad about a vicious rat that devours human flesh. Number 2 on the least sexy song list is How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? And topping the list as the number 1 least sexy song of all time is Anything by Susan Boyle, especially if you have to watch the video. This and more later today.
Yeah, she definitely got a face for radio. That woman does. Man, oh man. But a voice, unbeatable. Beautiful. Susan, thank you for the beautiful music. Well, you know, my friends, there are some not so beautiful things out there in the world today, and many of those things that happen to people who don't deserve things to happen. And I think one of the defining arguments against a benevolent God is natural disasters. There have been many of them, and they continue to plague us. Yep, indeed. Natural disasters. To that I have to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Jesus. I knew I'd get it out sooner or later. All right, a couple of shows ago, we dealt with the problem of evil, or theodicy as it's otherwise known, if you want to look it up on a theological scale. And it has to do with how do you reconcile this image of a benevolent, beneficiary sort of God who's omnibenevolent, all-loving, everywhere present, and omnipotent as well, who knows everything, loves everything, etc., etc. And I made the statement, and I hope you thought about this long and hard, that if God is all good, then how could evil exist? Because wherever evil exists, we'll just use this as an example. Let's say there's evil in this contact eye drop jar, and God exists literally in here somewhere. I mean, he's all present and everywhere present. Then God literally has parts of him that are evil. Just no getting around that. So the problem of evil is a big problem for the Christian faith. Many of the Christian apologists will say, well, man has free will. Yes, but there are things out there that man does not bring upon himself, like avalanches and floods. I don't know if you've ever been in one of those. I've seen avalanches here in Alaska. I have been the victim of a flood, a 500-year flood, believe it or not. And I built a boat with, put a bunch of animals on it, my family, and we were, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. No, that didn't really happen, but I was involved in a flood back in 1985 or 86. And it's a horrible thing. I wanted to go over some of the top 5 natural disasters of the decade. And yet again, for that, say, thank you, Jesus. Number 1, in the Indian Ocean tsunami back on Boxing Day. Do you remember that? Oh my goodness, it was a horrible, horrible event. Yeah, the Indian Ocean tsunami, they killed approximately 230,000 people. On Boxing Day in 2004, the worst undersea earthquake in about 40 years struck off the coast of Sumatra. That quake, measuring 9.2 on the Richter scale, was so intense that the head of Italy's national...
Now please exit the Freethought Zone.